Welcome to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. I'm Lauren LaSalle, and I'm a licensed therapist, highly sensitive person, and HSP coach. This bi-weekly podcast is meant for highly sensitive people and their loved ones, as both experiences will be discussed. Thank you for joining me, and let's begin. Today I have somewhat of an unconventional episode because it is all about lessons that my highly sensitive cat can teach us about being highly sensitive. You may be wondering what I'm talking about. So research has shown that animals can also be highly sensitive. My husband and I have two cats, Dexter and Crookshanks, and Dexter is highly sensitive and Crooks is not. We got Dexter before I realized that I'm highly sensitive, and then I started noticing similar traits in him, so the two of us have been on this journey together. So here are 5 things that my highly sensitive cat has taught me. Number 1, have a safe place. So Dexter has a few safe places around the house where he routinely goes to sit or sleep or just to get away from his brother when he doesn't feel like playing. Dexter knows that he often needs quiet time to himself where he can just rest or just sit and observe what's going on around him. Number 2, boundaries are necessary, and it's okay to let people know when a boundary has been crossed. Although it's taken Crooks quite a while to listen to Dexter when he's trying to set a boundary, and if Crooks is really wound up, then he doesn't listen at all. Dexter has consistently made sure that Crooks knows when he doesn't feel like playing, that Crooks is playing too rough, or that Crooks is just annoying him. Dexter does the same thing with us, and sometimes too much petting is overstimulating for him, and he makes sure we know that it's time to stop. Number 3, look before you leap. So I mean this literally when it comes to Dexter. Before he jumps up on something, he stands up on his hind legs so he can make sure there's nothing that will be in his way if he jumps up. And sometimes he does this multiple times before he jumps just to make sure that it's safe. He thinks it's better to enter a situation cautiously than just going for it. Number 4, take time to be mindful and in the present. So my cats love it when we take them outside of leashes, and yeah, I'm that kind of cat lady. And Dexter usually runs outside and then stops to look around and take in all of the smells. He used to love hunting chipmunks and running around when he was younger, but now that he's older, he enjoys finding a spot to sit and take in what's around him. Number 5, care for others. Dexter loves to take care of others. Before we got Crooks, Dexter would make sure that my husband and I were following our schedule, like he would tell us when it was time to go to bed. When we got Crooks as a kitten, Dexter pretty quickly got used to having another cat in the house, and then he cared for Crooks as though he'd adopted him. It was so cute. Dexter played with him, he groomed him, and he spent time with Crooks after he had surgery. And then when I was pregnant with our daughter, I knew that Dexter was going to look out for her too. And that's exactly what he does. At first, he watched her from a distance, and he was maybe trying to figure out what she was and what her deal was. And now he loves to spend time with her, although he makes sure that he's more than an arm distance away. And he even brings toys to her sometimes, and it's very sweet. It's pretty cool to be an HSP with a highly sensitive pet because I have a better understanding about how he's feeling and what he might need. And if any of you have highly sensitive pets, I'd love to see them, so you can post a picture on Instagram and tag me at Lauren LaSalle Coaching. Before I wrap up the episode, I want to be sure to let you know that I am taking 3 weeks off from the podcast due to Christmas and the New Year, so the next episode will come out on January 7th. As always, if you have any ideas for episode topics, if you have any questions for me to answer on the podcast, or if you would like to write an email sharing your story for me to read on the podcast, you can email me at lauren@laurenlasallecoaching.com. You can find out more about my coaching programs, as well as resources and links to my social media by visiting my website at laurenlasallecoaching.com. And before I sign off, I will leave you with a quote. Some people talk to animals. Not many listen, though. That's the problem. A. Milne.